What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails of Cold Steel. Last time we finished off our first day here in Bariahard with quite a few things happening, but nothing too insane. Obviously, we did see the flying contraption carrying a little girl from what it looked like. But beyond that, which, you know, that's still a pretty big deal, but nothing that our characters immediately need to worry about. But the second day started, and Machias and Eustace are kind of understanding each other a little more. They still kind of have this very macho rivalry between each other going on, but they aren't as, they don't have as much hatred as they once did now that Machias listened in to Reen and Eustace's conversation last night, learning that Eustace is actually not a full-blooded royal. Surprised to find out. But apparently Eustace's butler came from the Albarea estate to basically say that, hey, your father wants you to come home for some business. So we're going to be handling today's activities, at least for the morning, without Eustace with us. It's just going to be Reen, Emma, Machias, and Fee. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that. So let's take a look at what we got to do. It's just 2 jobs, just like last time. The second day has fewer jobs because this is when probably the bulk of whatever is going to happen is going to happen. So let's do the first one. So he wants to make a special dish. So owner Hammond over at the, I was going to say the Bite of Nostalgia. That's the name of the quest, not the place. At the Sorcière, a restaurant. Is that the restaurant they ate at last night? Yep, the Sorcière restaurant. So I assume we're going to be talking to the chef here, probably the exact same one that Eustace was telling us about yesterday. I love how they're still here. We don't have Eustace with us. Well, are they still going to be as polite? It seems that Lord Eustace was called home by the Duke. My word, just what business would the Duke have with someone like him? A good question. He can't truly expect anyone to support Lord Eustace when commoner blood courses through his veins, can he? Lord Rufus will be the one taking his father's place regardless. Lord Eustace is but a mere spare should things go wrong. I know exactly how you feel, Machias, but nothing good will come from confronting them. There's no need to tell me that. Let's go. We've got no business with these fools. Oh, you got Machias over here all wanting to jump in and defend him. How do you like that? So I guess it's no secret that Eustace is a, not a true-blooded royal, apparently. Alright. Owner Hammond, we're here. Greetings and welcome. Hello, Hammond. We're here to take up your request, but I'd like to thank you for that delicious meal last night first. It was good. Oh, I'm pleased to hear that. Might I ask where Lord Eustace is, though? He was called back to the mansion, I'm afraid. We have plans to meet up with him in the afternoon, however. Is that so? It's too bad Eustace isn't here, considering this request is from his uncle. Anyway, about your request. Ah, yes, as you read, I would like you to gather some ingredients for me. Are you all currently free? If so, I will explain the details of what I need. Yeah, let's do it. Yes, we can take it up now. Please go ahead and explain. The request mentioned something about making a nostalgic dish. Correct. Said dish isn't on our menu, but it's one that I would like you all to try. Oh, it's for us. I assume it's a rare special dish then. There's no doubt about how delicious it'll be if you're making it, at least. What kind of dish is it? Perhaps soup is the best way to describe it. I plan on making enough for all of you to enjoy, so please look forward to that. Hee hee, how could we not? What is it you need us to gather then? There are 2 types of ingredients I'd like you to gather for me. The first is globby fat, which can be collected from monsters on the highway. I need 5 of those to be exact. The other is an herb used by the Septian Church to synthesize medicine called a healing herb. So 5 piles of globby fat and a healing herb. Where do we get the herb from, then? You'll want to speak to Sister Tatiana at the Bariahard Cathedral. I'm sure she will be willing to part with one. Just tell her I sent you. What's with all of these arcs and, like, sending us to the church to collect things? It's not always for healing stuff, too. We definitely had it happen in Sky a few times, because there were a bunch of cathedrals we went by. And then in Zero, we had to go get the medicinal stuff for the doctor. And then here we go again. The church is very important in all these regions. Shall we start on the task at hand? Yeah, let's head to the cathedral first. Roger. Well, I think we might actually, like, globby fat. How much do we have? Oh, okay, we're set on that. So, yeah, let's just head to the cathedral then. Anyone of interest in this restaurant? Nope, just looks like a bunch of... Let's see what some of them have to say. The tax hikes in the Carusan province have really taken their toll on sales. They're not really an issue over in Heimdallr, though. The market there still has plenty of room for growth. I'll have to make sure Baron Fafnir and I come to an agreement today. It's always good to talk to some of the NPCs, see what kind of lives they're going through. Old Man Keaton. Perhaps I should take the time to head into town today. What to do there, though? Do I take the time to marvel at the Parapagasi on the roof of Duke Alberea's mansion? Or would I be better off dedicating my time to the ancient waterways that run under the city? Alright then. Very adventurous old man. Alright, I don't actually... Where was the... Oh, the cathedral's right here, right? Alright. Sister Tatiana is seemingly in here. Oh, good day. Is there something you need from me? You must be Sister Tatiana, I assume. Can we trouble you for a healing herb by any chance? Hammond from Sorcier told us we'd be able to procure some here. Oh, is that so? I see. Would you mind waiting a bit while I prepare one for you? I don't see why not. Well, that was fast. Here you go. We appreciate it, sister. This is an ingredient used for making medicine, isn't it? Is it safe to use for food, too? Of course, it's a very healthy ingredient when used for food. The only issue is that it's very bitter, so some inventiveness on the part of the chef is required to hide that. I see. Hammond must have some way of doing so, then. I'm kind of interested in how he does it. Likewise. Haha, same here. Well, thank you again for the help. Hee hee, you're welcome. Alright, well that's a very... I guess the only way you wouldn't have the materials you need is, like, I guess if you just really just skipped fights or you were using the globby fat for a lot of stuff other... Like, obviously we've barely done any cooking, but I guess if you already have been using it, you might be out. But, yeah, I feel like most people probably have more than enough. Hello again. I presume you've collected all the ingredients then? Yeah, everything's here and accounted for. Here you go. Much obliged. Please make your way over to the table. I'll begin preparing the dish immediately. Well, that's very nice. How was it? I called this dish Deluxe Herb Chowder. It was beyond delicious. I feel a sort of comforting warmth throughout my body after eating it. Wouldn't mind having some of this if I ever caught a cold. Indeed, I almost feel like a bowl of this might cure it outright. Heh, I'm pleased to hear that. You did mention this was rather a nostalgic dish. I assume Eustace had it often? That's correct. It was one of his favorite dishes even. To tell you the truth, the one who created this dish was none other than my sister herself. In other words, Lord Eustace's mother. Ah, I see. Well then. Would that make you his uncle? Kind of surprising. Oh, oops. We didn't tell you about that, did we? My apologies. I was under the impression that you were all aware. I wasn't expecting his mother to be the creator of this dish, though. His mother must have been skilled at cooking if she could think of a dish this delicious. She was indeed. She would even come by to help out here from time to time. The first time she made this soup was when Lord Eustace fell ill during his younger years. She went to the church to ask for medicinal herbs. After which, she set about inventing a dish that would be both easy for him to digest and enjoyable to eat. Lord Eustace was always at the front of her mind. It really does sound like she cared deeply for him. And yet he lost her 8 years ago. Sounds like he hasn't had such an easy life after all. Ah, there we go. Someone's thinking about Eustace. Who might that be? Certainly not me. I've probably said too much. I was hoping that Lord Eustace would be here to enjoy this too, but at any rate, I'm happy I could talk to you all about this. We got to learn a bit more about Eustace, so likewise. Haha. Well, this brings my request to an end. Thank you all for your help. There's plenty of soup left over, so feel free to take it with you. Oh, thank you, sir. Let me give you this as well. It's the recipe for the creamy chowder that this dish was based off of. It can be made with more common ingredients. If you have the time, you should try and make it for yourselves. Nice. I kind of want to make it right now. I feel somewhat bad being treated to a delicious meal than being taught a new recipe. It's very generous of you. This is the least I can do for Lord Eustace's friends. Goodbye, then. I wish you luck with your future endeavors. A fun little, side story right there. Obviously, we didn't really do much besides talk to people, but... So that's one of the 2 jobs done. The only other job is the monster extermination. So... Lord Carusin Highway... So, North Carusin Highway, so... We're gonna head north of the, city over here. If I can stop getting lost. What are we looking at for Mira? And we don't have much to exchange either. So, I was gonna see if we can maybe upgrade some gear, but not at the moment. Alright, how far away is this monster? Oh, okay, it's literally just right at the top. Alright. But yeah, we're gonna have today's job, unless there's like more jobs later in the day, other than whatever's gonna actually happen as part of the main story, then, you know, this is actually pretty quick. I want to go down here and get this treasure chest, at least. We should link some people up. Sure.
Yeah.
We haven't used this yet. Let's see how it looks. Magical swords. That was simple enough. Recuria. Ooh, yeah. We definitely want that. We can deal with status ailments because of that. Yeah, let's get rid of... Oh, we can't do that. Recuria. Where is it? Oh, there it is. That'll be very helpful with all the status ailments that, you know, get thrown around. Is that the only... we still have 2 treasure chests on this side we can do. Ooh, there's a lot going on here. Yeah. I don't know if that actually did anything. It doesn't look like it did. Oh, we hit one of the snakes with that. Oh, okay. He can, he has a HP EP heal. Yeah, he's the one I'm most worried about. Poison, you'll love to see it. Alright, Mr. Reen. Obviously, Rikuria hits everybody, so.
私の番だね。
僕の番だな。そこだ。俺の番だな。
行こうか。行きます。そこです。先を急ぎましょうか。
Definitely get some level ups with this upcoming monster. I'm getting all turned around. Well, hello there.
制圧を開始する。
任せて。排除する。私の番だね。排除する。
任せてくれ。
I probably didn't need to do that.
俺の番だな。今だ。もらった。はい。
はい。任せて。崩れた。続きます。
行くぞ。2だ。8を。
Since our next fight is going to be that boss up there, definitely want to make sure we're healed up. Hello there. Oh, so it's just a bigger version of the plant thing. There it is. Looks as strong as yesterday's. That means we'll really need to be careful considering Eustace isn't with us today. Read. I'm ashamed of what happened yesterday. I know we've had our share of differences, but, well, He's embarrassed. Quiet, Fee, I'm trying to... I caused problems for everyone, too. My injuries were a result of my own carelessness. Hopefully, by giving this fight everything we got, we can make up for this whole mess, together. I'm counting on you, Machias. I won't let you down. There you go. Even though we're already able to link together. Oh my lord. Okay. Let's do it. Alright, that takes care of the extra fodder here. Assuming they're not gonna, it's not gonna spawn more. Well, that's not great. That'll help, so people can actually land their attacks. Uh-oh. That was a mistake on my part. I did not look at her HP, as I usually don't. Alright, I guess for now. You know, push it back a little bit. Yeah. It's gonna why does it get so many attacks? Yeah, I definitely need to heal Machias here. This is not a great fight. Alright, What are you weak to? Fire?
行くよ。
Oh, right. I forgot to, let's do that. Oh, that's only single target.
アークス駆動。やっ。
俺の番だな。
Alright, let's interrupt this.
そこだ。
あ、任せて。私の番だね。
任せてくれ。
Yeah, let's kind of spread out a bit.
私の番ですね。
俺の番だな。炎よ、我が剣に集え。
You can take that fire damage.
ありがとう。
That's fine. Pick on the person who just got healed.
私の番だね。
任せてくれ。これならどうだ。
Alright, that's an experience.
アークス駆動。まだまだこれから。行くよ。それ。ありがとう。
If Reen gets picked on here, he might actually die. Almost.
負けられない。はっ。僕の番だな。
行きます。
Ugh.
白き刃よ。お願い。今です。もらい。
行くぞ。そこだ。
Oh no.
行こっか。
It's all because of the not being able to hit. Oh no, stop!
僕の番だな。
Oh my god, this is bad.
せい。
ありがとう。あ、任せて。
Thank you.
俺の番だな。はあ。
何とかしなくちゃ。
Please hit. Thank you.
戦闘終了。気を引き締めないと。
Yep, level 18 for everybody.
掴んだ。
なかなかの出来で。
よし。100。
やったね。
Very nice. We won. We sure did, and in doing so, I believe we've successfully redeemed ourselves for yesterday. Good work, everyone. Suppose that gets a pass. Hahaha. I'm sorry, everyone. I've been dragging you all down. Especially you, Reen. I owe you double the apology. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. It's all right, Machias. Don't worry about it. If I just answered you honestly from the start, all of this could have been avoided. So if anything, I should be the one apologizing. I'm sorry for misleading you. No. Anyway, it's all in the past now. I'm glad to have you in our group, Machias. Same to you. And I'm glad the two of you were finally able to make up. Ah, youth. Hey, don't make fun of us. Haha. So as long as we're on a roll here, why not use this chance to make up with Eustace too? What? If you could just be more honest with one another, I'm sure even combat links wouldn't be out of the... Not a chance. My behavior toward you was wrong, and I fully admit that, but Eustace is a whole different story. He and I are fundamentally incompatible, and nothing any of you... Wait, what? And nothing any of you do can change that. Ahaha. I guess getting those two to accept one another is still a long ways off. Well, we should probably head back to town, don't you think? Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Eustace should be back too. I'm hungry. Fine, let's go. Well, there you have it. Just double checking, making sure. Wait, did all the enemies respawn? Oh no, I guess we just never fought this first enemy on the road. But we can head back to town now. We can actually exchange for some Mira as well. Looks like whatever's gonna happen is gonna start here. Hold it right there. The Provincial Army? You're those students from Thor's Military Academy, aren't you? The ones who have come for a field study? Yes, that's us. Is there some kind of problem? He's a perfect match for the photo. How convenient for us. Huh? What? What are you doing? First year student Machias Regnitz, correct? You're under arrest. Don't try to resist if you know what's good for you. What's going on? Wait. This has to be some kind of mistake. On what grounds are you arresting him? A number of charges have been filed, but the most egregious is an accusation of trespassing into RX Fort yesterday afternoon. Wait, do you mean when we saw the silver object? You can't be serious. I was near the fort at the time the intrusion occurred, certainly, but I was there with my classmates. If you aren't going to believe their testimony, then why am I the only one under suspicion? Every one of us here can vouch for him. And not just us, Eustace Alburet was with us at the time, and can personally verify what Machias is saying is true. You'll have to do better than that. What does that mean? We're outnumbered. All you need to know is that this boy is a person of interest, and we have the right to take him in for questioning. There's no point in fighting it. You're coming with us, whether you like it or not. Ugh. Scummy as hell. As much as we hate it, we're just students. We can't fight the Provincial Army. Oh, man. Looks like she was right on the mark. Hello. Whoever you are. God, I came here from Legram for this. But the question is, what's the best way to handle this situation? Get in there. Grr. Don't worry, do as you're told and you won't be hurt. If you're found to be innocent, we'll let you out, eventually. Damn it, how could I have been so careless? Considering Dad's position, I should have known this could happen. So they're just using this as an excuse because obviously Machias' dad works for, you know, the Chancellor, essentially. You know, he works normally for the Emperor, whereas the nobles out here are kind of in their own, like, league. So they might just be using this as an excuse to get at the Chancellor. Okay, as I keep telling you, Machias couldn't have possibly committed the crimes he's accused of. He's been with us ever since we arrived in Barrierheart yesterday afternoon. He's never left our sight. So if you really believe he was responsible, shouldn't you be arresting us as well? You're wasting your breath. Machias Regnitz will be kept under our custody until he's been cleared of all charges against him. We've already contacted the Academy to inform them of this. You kids should just focus on your field study or whatever it is you're here for and let due process take its course. Ugh. Unbelievable. Oh, and one more thing. Eustace's business at the Duke's estate will take longer than expected to complete. I'm afraid he'll be unable to rejoin you. That Did this come from Eustace himself? Couldn't tell you. I'm just relaying the message given to me by the Alburet household. And don't even think of trying to go to the mansion to see him. Oh, that's not a red flag. You won't even get past the front gate. I'm betting they've had this whole thing planned out since yesterday. Which means the reason Eustace got called away is because they knew if he were here, he may have been able to prevent Machias' arrest. I assume that's what you're going to say anyway. It makes sense. He was probably called home to keep him from interfering. Almost certainly, I'd say. It's past noon already. We should head back to the hotel. If Eustace hasn't left a message for us, we're going to need to start thinking about other ways to handle this. Oh boy. They even have the provincial army watching this place. I'm terribly sorry. They insisted on conducting a precautionary search as part of their investigation. I believe they'll be leaving by this evening, but I'm afraid that's all I know. I see. We're very sorry for the trouble. I think we should go. Okay. Yes, I agree. Well, this is a great oh, at least we at least get our reward, at least. Afterward, Rena and the others decided to dine at the restaurant they visited the previous day. However, the soldiers were there as well. Uncertain of what to do or where to go, they eventually settled on planning their next move at a bar on Artesian Street. At a bar? Bar and restaurant, I assume? So in all likelihood, the reason Machias was arrested has nothing to do with the incident at the fort yesterday. They just wanted him because his father is the imperial governor and a key figure in the reformist faction. Yep, see? Basically, they wanted a hostage so they could have an advantage in future negotiations. That does seem to me the most plausible explanation. They wouldn't hurt him or anything, though, would they? I wouldn't be so sure. Tensions are high on both sides. Worst case scenario, they might use the threat of violence to get what they want. That's awful. This may well fall under the scope of our field study, though. It might be risky, but how about we try and do something about this situation ourselves? I think we should. We can't just abandon him. I'm in. Thank you both. I think our best bet here is to track down Eustace. There's no way he could have possibly been in favor of arresting Machias. Yes, I agree. This had to have been a decision made by Duke Alburet himself, but Eustace is locked up at home. Maybe his brother would help us? Is he even here? Rufus? He did have a pleasant demeanor when speaking with Machias yesterday, so he just might. But he said he had business to take care of in the capital, so there's no telling when he'll be back from that. So I don't think we can count on him, unfortunately. Got it. Then our only option is to break him out ourselves. Fee? That's a little excessive. Think about it. We have a perfect chance to bust him out while he's still at the guardhouse. But if they take him to the fort, we'll lose that chance and we won't get another. Well, I can't argue with that, at least. Alright, let's give it a try. Okay, if you're sure. We need to be as covert as possible, though. If we get caught, it has to be after Machias is out safely. If it's before that, then there's no way we can talk our way out of this. But the charges against him are obviously false, so if we can get him to safety, they'll be very limited in what they can do to retaliate. Yeah, and the provincial army isn't going to want to do anything that will hurt their image either. If we can manage to get out of Barrierheart, we're more or less home free. So, no smoke grenades then. Smoke grenades? You don't carry those around with you, do you? What fair maiden doesn't? I don't even know where to begin listening to what's wrong with that statement. Hey, Master? What are the monsters in the underground waterway like these days? Been 3 months or so since he last went down there, huh? Guessing that place is probably crawling with them again by now, though I'm sure not going down to check. And it seems pretty obvious that the provincial army's got no interest in taking care of them. Huh, how can they even sleep at night knowing their beautiful city's got nasty monsters crawling around underneath it? I'd go take care of them myself if someone put a request in. Haha, well, if I hear anything of the sort, I'll send a message over to Legram and let you know. Sure, it'd make you some good scratch. Cheers to that, Master. Alright, I better get going. Looking forward to dropping by for another one of your espressos sometime. Sure, I'll see you on the way back if you can make it. Huh, don't see many people dressed like that around here. Those are some fancy red uniforms. You guys students or something? Oh, yes sir, we are. We're from Thor's Military Academy in Trista. We were sent here, obviously this guy knows, he saw Machias get arrested, so he's obviously doing some kind of bit with us. We were sent here for a field study as part of our curriculum. Thor's, huh? Pretty fancy place, ain't it? I've got no idea what they've got you doing for your field study, but good luck. Very Hard's a pretty nice city, but it's not without its fair share of problems. Excuse me. Do you know that blonde-haired man who just left? Oh, Toval? Sure, he's a bracer. Ding, ding, ding. A bracer? Huh. I haven't seen a bracer in a long time. Probably because there just aren't that many around anymore. Yeah, there used to be a guild branch here in Berryhard, but it's been closed for a couple years now. Toval just comes up by train from the Legram branch every so often. Really? By the way, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but I thought I heard you saying something on monsters in the underground waterway? Oh, that? Yeah, there's a huge network of waterways beneath the city. Been there for a long, long time now. It's chock full of monsters. When the guild still even had a branch, the bracers would clear them out. But nowadays, nobody goes near it, and the waterway's just sort of stagnating under the provincial army's control. Because they're too proud to trouble themselves with fighting monsters, of course. How much ground does the waterway cover? Supposedly all the way from the east side of the city to the west. So from the station somewhere under the Noble District, I'd guess. Heard a rumor a while back it even goes under the Duke's mansion. Ding, ding, ding. But that's probably just one of the urban legends. Well, I guess we found our ticket. Obviously part of Toval's plan, apparently. That was a well-timed clue. By the way, I wanted to wait to mention this, but as a kind of prelude to Trails from Zero, there is a manga, it's called, what is it? It's like Rings of Judgment, Rings of something. I forget what it's exactly called, but essentially it's kind of a lead-in from the end of the Sky arc to to Trails from Zero, where Estelle and Joshua go on a job with Toval. So if you are interested in that and didn't know about that, you can always go and look that up. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, an underground waterway built in the Middle Ages that extends all the way to the Noble District. It's almost too perfect. Seems likely it's connected to the Provincial Army's guardhouse where Machias is being held too. The guardhouse itself was probably built in the Middle Ages too, so that would stand to reason. If we use the waterway, we may be able to rescue him without being discovered. Alright, let's give it a shot. There must be an entrance accessible to the town, if the bracers were able to get inside to exterminate the monsters. That's a good point. We should search the whole route between the Noble District and Station Street. Roger that. And I think with that, we're going to end things off here. So we got quite a bit of information as to what we're going to be doing next in order to rescue Machias. So next time, we're going to search for this underground waterway and see if we can find out where Machias is being held and if we're going to be able to rescue him. So that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.